Back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com or ring us 860-383-4750.
Just wish, make a dish.
Gambling, tobacco, and alcohol are all legal for adults. For those under 21, providing these things can land you in jail. It's 21 for a reason.
Be someone your child can depend on and trust. Model behavior that expresses you care about them and their choices. Encourage them to wait until 21 to try alcohol. It is 21 for a reason. Visit CIRACCT.org for more information.
Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. It's 21 for a reason. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Just like the promo said, Mike and Rich, we are here. We will try not to disappoint.
That's my goal.
That's always the goal. I don't know if I've achieved that yet. Because, people are tuning in going, my God, another disappointing radio show.
Damn it.
Holy cow. People are already leaving. Oh, screw off. Don't come back. Feel like the Burgermeister Burger. Hey, Rich.
Good morning.
What's going on?
Nada.
Nothing.
I'm glad you remembered to join the show.
I know. I'm sitting here flaking out, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got to start this thing. You know why? I'm all messed up, right? It's February 2nd, or February 22nd, 2022.
That'll throw you off.
2022 on a Tuesday.
Yep. Happy Tuesday.
So
it's my Sunday, so I don't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Today is actually George Washington's birthday.
The real birthday, not the fake one.
So there's a quote from old George on the bottom, scrolling across. It says, "I hold the maxim no less applicable to public than to private affairs, that honesty is always the best policy. I cannot tell a lie," says George.
So why he didn't lie about cutting down the cherry tree, right?
I think some bitch wanted cherries.
Hey, back then
they were hungry.
Yeah,
they were hungry.
You want your food, you cut it down. You don't do work, you don't get fed.
There are some different quotes. There's some really cool quotes that were made by people that were like born on this day. Here's one. You ever heard of Sparky Anderson?
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah,
he was a baseball manager for the Cincinnati Reds back in the 70s and 80s and early 80s. Mm-hmm. He had a really cool quote, and here it is. "People who live in the past generally are afraid to compete in the present.
True.
I've got my faults, but living in the past is not one of them because there's no future in it."
True story.
So there you go.
True story.
There you go.
Yep.
So February 22nd, 2022. Good morning, Laura. Hey, Laura, good. Now you're away for your birthday, are you not? I saw some posts. You were in a different realm or a different area of the country. So anyway,
is that the Laura from Jewish City?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's the Laura that's always in the group, but
okay.
But she's not from. She doesn't live in Jewish City. So.
Oh. Was her birthday, you said?
Huh?
Was her birthday, you said?
Yeah. Last week. Oh, they came back. Oh, so the pictures were time delayed, is what you were saying. Anyway.
Well, yeah, don't want to put a picture up that you're out of town. That's a
big no-no.
Yeah.
That's a big no-no.
The smart people won't do that. That's a.
Oh. So later on, a little after 9 o'clock, we have D.M. Foley, who is a local author. We had her on about a month ago?
Give or take, yeah.
You know, and talking about her book. Now, she's dropping a new book today.
It actually comes out today.
It comes out today, yeah.
Right.
So that's what that means, dropping. Like, you know, for somebody's going to drop an album. I'm going to drop an album today. You know, get it on Spotify.
That picture.
Download it on iTunes. It's dropping today. Watch the beat drop. I don't even know anymore than that. But. So that's that. She's going to come in and talk about her new book.
Yeah, and that was part 2 of her trilogy or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
well, I like the signed copy she gave us for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
She's gonna be mad. I didn't get a chance to read it.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I've been reading school books. I didn't have a chance yet, but it looked interesting. I was reading school books. I didn't have a chance to read it, but it looks interesting.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I have full intention to. It's just been, oh my god, it's been so busy because we've had so many high school basketball games that we've been covering. Not only that, but also middle school.
Yeah,
and she's a hoot anyway. She's fun to have. So she's real interesting to have, and we'll have her on in about I don't know, about 10, 15 minutes or so.
Well, if you're on SN time, it'd be 2025.
Always late. I'm never on time at all, ever.
She's late.
No, it's just no. I got a last minute message here. All right, Tina from the senior center.
Yeah,
just sent me a message.
Yeah,
and I guess they're having a scheduled event at the youth center today.
Oh,
called Feed the Need.
Feed the Need.
Mm-hmm. It's scheduled at the youth center. I don't know the time. It's going to be what? It's going to be postponed due to weather. It's supposed to be
beautiful today. Because it's cloudy out, or?
I guess. Put something on the radio this morning about a Feed the Need event today scheduled at the youth center is going to be postponed due to weather. Due to wonderful weather, we will not be having the event. We better look at that.
Oh,
I get it. Why?
So it's going to rain 2 to 5 to actually
between 2 to 5?
2 to 11 tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
possibly. Yeah.
We are well informed here. We don't have a damn clue. Hey, Joanne. Good morning.
Moderate or heavy rain showers today.
So what have you been up to?
Overtime.
Just overtime? Just working a lot?
Work.
Last night there was we just got notification that there was a car accident in Jewett City.
Yep.
Right at the corner of 138 and 164.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was driving like pretty quick.
I heard.
You know? So I heard. You heard? And he went off the road, hit a sign, and hit things or whatever, and he didn't go to the hospital or anything.
Yeah, it was refused transport.
But he wrecked a Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
A 2002 Monte Carlo.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? I'm going to be late for work. I'm not wrecking my damn car. I'm not going to drive like a jerk because I want to keep this Monte Carlo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Flew away.
Yeah.
Lucky. He's lucky, actually.
Yeah, I got the report from state police saying, so I'll put something out there a little bit later after the show, but
it was late.
At about 11:15 last night, 11:45.
11:45, I believe, yeah. He was lucky.
You're going to make me look now. Yep, we got to look now. So it was about 11:45 last night. So-and-so, which will release the name later. He's traveling northbound around Route 138 in the town of Griswold and struck the curb off the roadway before traveling across Route 164 intersection and striking a light pole. No one was hurt as a result of the accident, meaning nobody was sent to the hospital.
Nobody went to the hospital, yeah.
So when you get a press release, let me ask you, and I think I know the answer to this, but I just wanted to validate it with you. If somebody in a press release or something like that, it says, I'm assuming minor injuries is any injury that's not causing death.
Yeah, not life-threatening.
Right. So you could like lose 2 limbs, but it's minor
No,
injuries.
that could be life-threatening.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. There's like you're not going to the hospital with injuries that could impair your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's
but everything else is like 2 broken legs is a minor injury.
No, it depends on which. It's got to be a trauma alert, so it could be serious injuries.
Okay.
But honestly, half the time the police don't know the difference either. It's
well, they're not medically trained like you guys. I'm assuming. I'm sure they have some.
Some are.
They have some training.
Yeah, some are. But I think the people that put the press release out, it's like a telephone game. So they don't always have 100% accurate information.
Okay.
But
you think some of it's protected?
Possible.
You think some of it's protected?
Depending on the case, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the last one, that big one that you got a press release on, they didn't put out all the information. The homicide, because they don't want to put evidence out there that the public, they can question someone on later. So if they have information, obviously they were involved. It's
right.
So they don't want to.
They don't want to put anything out. You know what? They're not putting out anything is the homicide up on Norman Road.
That's what I was just referring to.
Oh, that what you were referring? Oh, okay. Actually, I didn't even know. But it's just,
since how you put the information out there,
there is nothing that is out there.
I haven't heard anything in a long time.
No, I
even in street talk, I haven't heard anything.
Yes, people ask me all the time, "What's going on to that?" Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they haven't sent any updates, or
they haven't even asked.
Hasn't been an arrest.
They haven't asked us anything either. Usually they question us. Just basic question, nothing serious, but they haven't even talked to us.
You know what I thought was kind of peculiar about it too is a lot of times if there's an unsolved crime, they'll go ahead and send a press release out to see if anybody has any information or anybody that had a dash cam or something. Yeah, it's been nothing.
Nothing. They more information out about the armed robberies than they had than the homicide.
Could it be that there's a potential risk to the public? That's why they don't release any information? Because like the bank robbery that happened down at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, there's no risk to them.
Yeah,
there's no risk at all.
Yeah.
So they'll put it out there.
Wanted to get caught.
I think so. Yeah. But it was just a loan. That's all he wanted was just a loan.
He's going to pay it back.
Yeah. At some point. It's an
investment.
It was an investment in his own good, I mean, yeah, he wanted to take care of his stuff. Didn't have it right now, but he wanted a loan. And he was going to take it his way. It's not freaking McDonald's, folks. I mean, Burger King. Have it your way.
It's hard to get a loan today.
You can't go to a teller and say, "Hi, I'd like $5,000. Give it to me now." It's a loan only.
Yeah.
And think that it's just okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I tried. Didn't work out. They denied it.
Cannot prove nothing. Nothing.
This kills me now today. They just, oh, sure. Yeah, here you go.
I don't know. The whole thing's a mess.
See the one up on 138? No, I mean 164 there.
What's
the armed robbery?
Yeah, you mean a Petromax?
Yeah.
Did they get that clown?
Not that I've heard. He actually had a gun, I guess.
Oh, he did, really?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what I read.
Okay. We just got notification too. See now, this is good.
News coming in.
Yeah, we posted a silver alert yesterday.
Oh, I saw about the kid.
Yeah, he has been found.
Okay.
So I can update that in a little bit.
It came home.
I don't know. It didn't say.
Okay.
It didn't say, but he has been found.
Good.
That's all I know. So I can go ahead and update that. What's going on with you? What's going on with you?
No.
Okay, great.
Nothing exciting.
Good night.
Nothing exciting. It's just been a normal week.
Yeah. Did you know, of course, today being George Washington's birthday?
I heard a rumor about that.
There are many holidays that are still out there that people don't even realize that they should be celebrating.
Those unknown holidays?
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's so many of them and people just don't know about them.
What is it?
You're having a rough day, aren't you? You're just like,
no, I'm waiting to hear what they are.
I'm waiting for the drool to come out. It's today is a European Day for Victims of Crime. Yeah, that's the kind of holiday that's going on today. European Day for Victims of Crime.
Okay, yeah. What's on there?
It's a National Cook a Sweet Potato Day.
Oh, I don't like sweet potatoes.
I love sweet potatoes. It's Recreational Sports and Fitness Day.
Well, that's cool.
It's Play More Cards Day. National Wildlife Day.
Cool.
It is Be Humble Day.
Interesting.
Today is Be Humble Day.
See, I'm being humble.
It's National Margarita Day.
Sweet. Chocolate.
That is today.
Oh,
do you like margaritas?
I like the chocolatas and the.
Here's irony. Scouts Founders Day. It's Walking the Dog Day.
I can do that.
It's World Spay Day. It's Supermarket Employee Day. It's World Thinking Day. And that's that. So
Think harder.
What?
Think harder.
Yeah. So those are the holidays that you should be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place. All right, we're going to Hell in a Handbasket quick today. Let's see. Highlights in history? Never mind. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk to local author D.M. Foley in just a couple of minutes right here on SNSN.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Street News and Sports Network, SNSN.
Here's a look at your local weather forecast on SNSN. Sunny
Your
skies.
community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Let's start this over again. I'll wait for Rich though. You know, he's going. So
I was putting your name on the committee.
Oh yeah. You know the one that I keep not getting notifications from.
Are you on the text message? I think.
No, I just got something a minute ago. So anyway, it's you know, I think the whole 2022 thing is really screwing me up today.
It's the air, yeah. That's why the thing is canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just
Yeah, that's why they canceled the whole.
You ever have one of those days where you just can't?
Every day. I live like that. It's easier.
I don't know. I just like, okay. It's like, why am I here today? I don't even know.
You wake up that way. It's.
I guess.
Sometimes you just roll out of bed and it's.
I roll out of bed.
Roll out of bed. Is that a fat joke? What's up with that?
I roll out of bed.
You bring a guest in because you want to pump her book, and now she drops fat jokes on me.
No,
great.
No.
I wake up and I'm like, "What's up?"
Yeah, well, it could have been a fat joke. I mean, it could have just
no,
admitted it. No, not at all.
No.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Before you crucify us both, just so you know, neither one of us had a chance to read your first book. So,
whoa!
Well,
you guys crucified me the first time I came on because I didn't bring the books.
Well, I opened it up there.
We didn't say we're going to read it. We just
I opened it up. There were no pictures, so I had a hard time.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was going to color it in.
Yeah, I'm not good at illustrations.
No, it's not. He doesn't have any excuse.
No. No.
But we had it's like basketball month. It's crazy. We were doing like 2, 3, 4 games a week, and
yeah, no, that's important. That's very important for
doesn't
the kids.
lead any time for personal introspection, reading and expanding. The only thing that's expanding is not this; it's this.
I get the dispatcher spread. It's kind of.
What do you mean? What's a dispatcher spread?
When you start working as a dispatch, you put on 50 pounds at least.
Do you really?
Yeah, because you sit there for.
You must have been must have been like a 98-pound weakling or something because.
Well, I was 175 in high school.
Oh, what do you now?
240. I just dropped another 4 pounds, but.
Did you? Yeah. I found them.
I handed them over. I donated.
Yeah. I'm apparently taking donations all day, so
I think pretty much everybody has like expanded in the last 2 years. Just
well, they did tell you can walk outside.
We're allowed to now.
Are we?
It depends on.
They just want to make us think we are.
Yeah, it depends on what town you live in.
God, we're gonna have a mask burning party.
Ooh.
We're gonna have a mask burning party.
We're inviting Lamont, but
we're gonna have a mask burning and
executive order
burning party. That'll be. We haven't fixed it. I have an idea where we're gonna do this.
Where?
I can't say yet.
Oh, I wonder.
No, because actually finalizing it today.
Okay.
In the date. One thing I can tell you though is we're going to be doing we're going to be at Grizzle High School Monday morning. We're doing the show live there.
Yeah,
because there's a whole bunch of stuff that they have that I don't think the people know about. They've got. Did you know that they've got an esports team?
No.
Gamers.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? Told us about it. The coach or the sports
Steve
director.
Did. Yeah. The athletic director Steve Cravino did. He
First I ever heard of it, but.
Well, I knew they had it, but I didn't know exactly how far.
You
know,
they actually have tournaments and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can get.
It's a thing.
You
it's
can,
a thing.
You can
it's
get
a league.
Scholarships now. I guess it's cool.
That's cool. I know that they give scholarships to hackers. Like
that's awesome.
Like
hackers.
Yes.
I'll hack something for it.
There's they do these tournaments for hackers where they invite these hackers to try and get through national security stuff and everything.
What's your prize? 25 years?
I don't know, but I read it and I was like, that's interesting. But
well, a lot of those people get hired by the government afterwards.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. You can go to prison for 25 years or work and get paid.
Yeah.
And do what you do anyway.
Yeah. Hacker.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know. Maybe that'll be in another book sometime.
Oh.
Yeah. See that?
So really, she's a hacker.
No. Absolutely not. I'm not.
We should do a show, The Hacker and the Talk Smacker.
That sounds fun.
We could do that.
Then I won't get any trouble for talking to me.
Yeah, she will. She'll find a way.
But there are a lot of smart kids. A lot of smart
Yeah.
kids that
Mhm.
like they can hack into anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a thing at the middle school now where they have different seating arrangements and different height chairs, and it's
I
just,
read something about that. Yeah, like the change. You can sit anywhere you
Yeah.
want, and it makes them
Yeah.
think better or something.
I don't know if it's like more so just because it's comfortable.
Yeah,
You know?
something like that. Yeah,
I don't know.
I
But
read
we're
a
gonna-
little bit about that, but that was
We're going to talk to Louis Zubek, who is the principal at the middle school.
okay.
That day too. There's only a lot of things that we'll talk about because a lot of people don't know,
Yeah.
including myself. Things that are going on at Griswold High, and Griswold Middle School, and Griswold Elementary School.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I wish I
we're
could
gonna
be
talk
there.
about
That sounds interesting.
I'm totally out of the loop since I no longer work.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
it's kind of like
Oh, that's right. You worked in the school
Yes,
system. Oh, that's
yes.
right. Yeah.
But then you decided to become an author.
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
How
And,
did the first book do altogether?
it's still doing
Yeah.
fairly well. Sales have dropped off just a little bit, but that's to be expected. You have your peaks and valleys and all that. I've been hyping up the new one, Erasing Secrets, big time. And
Move this way a little bit. There you go. There we go.
and just been really busy promoting the new one.
No,
so-
it drops today, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It is
so-
available on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. This time I actually did all three formats at
Okay.
once.
Wow.
Why didn't you do the hardcover on the first one?
I did do the hardcover
Okay.
for the first one, but it took me a few weeks to learn how to format it. And
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a
And all
different
Is it
format.
totally because you're self-publishing,
yes,
right?
I'm
Okay. All right.
self-publishing. So the first book was definitely a learning curve, big
Mhm.
time. I published the ebook first, then I published the paperback, and then I published the hardcover. And that's why all three covers are completely different.
Gotcha.
So you don't just make one cover and hit hardcover or soft cover and they print it out later, like drop shipping?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You think technology would get there?
You would think so, yeah.
No, it's a little bit more complicated than that. But for the second book, I figured it out, and they all have one cover. And since it's a series, I went back and tweaked the other covers to kind of be more congruent
Sure.
to the new book's cover, so that it looks.
Now, are you on the third? Are you?
I am
currently
working on the third.
the
book.
third one.
Yes.
It's not done yet.
No.
How
I
many-
can juggle, but I can't juggle that good.
How many books do you think will be in the series?
I'm thinking probably 4.
Okay.
Probably 4. It's possibly that it's only gonna be 3.
Mhm.
It depends on.
Where this one goes?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Because there was a series I think I mentioned to you last time you were here, the Left Behind series.
Yes.
And I was like halfway through book number 3. My mother had given me 4 books.
Hmm.
And I'm like, hey, Ma, there's no way. And I talked to my friend. They said, oh, no. You're not used to this kind of commitment, are you, Mike? So it was, is a 12. Well, actually, it turned out to be in a 13 book series.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, my God, there's just too much going on, with halfway through the third book that another book
Yes.
is going to be enough. Now, do you do you get that? I don't mean do you get it? I mean, do you like you're writing and it's like, where do I end this one to go to another one, or do I just go, instead of making 2 movies out of 1 book?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. I kind of know where I want to end each one. Only because I kind of know how I want the story to go, but
Sure.
I don't outline anything.
Yeah, you don't have a storyboard or nothing.
No, I don't have a
you just
storyboard.
go.
I just go. Sometimes as I'm writing, even though I have an idea in my head, it'll go a completely different direction. I'm like,
Got it.
I didn't see that coming. But
I would think that for me, if I was to do that, I'd have to have some sort of a whiteboard. So instead of like planning it out, what I would do is like I would have to put markers up to so know what the hell I did, you know, because then otherwise it won't be congruent, and
yes,
and I'll lose my space, and it's like, well, he didn't say anything about that.
You have to be.
Where's the story going?
Do you ever keep an outline of what you already did, like he was saying though?
So you don't... I just keep a copy of the previous book, and like sometimes I'll go back and I'll be like, okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want plot holes. That's one thing.
See, that's what would happen with me.
Yeah,
you know. And then I would like be a terrible reader's experience because if I wrote anything, I'd be like, well, what happened with this? And then of course, then I'll be a guest on your show. I'll be like,
whoa, that's the next book.
Yeah, I really. Yeah, that's going to be the introspection when we look back at where we screwed up. I'll be like, I don't really know.
Yeah,
make it up.
Yeah,
it's a story.
It's pretty funny. You know, there's been a few times where I've, gone back and read a couple chapters and I'm like, wait a second. Whoa. No, I got to change that because that's a plot hole. Like it's but that just goes back to my style of writing. I will go back and reread the chapters before because I want to make sure the story is going where I need it to go.
So how long does it actually take you to write a book like this?
The second book, Erasing Secrets, took me, I started in September and I just published it. So I finished editing it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because then I ordered some proof copies and I sent them to my advanced readers.
Which is not us.
No.
Well, they signed up.
You have to read the book.
Yeah, they also read the first book.
And that's a prerequisite. You have to read the first book. So
guilty as charged. Busted.
So I got the book out to them, and a few of them picked up a few mistakes that I missed in editing, which is great because then I went back and I fixed them before.
So it's kind of a requirement in editing, someone else that hasn't actually done it.
Yes. And actually one of my ARC readers is a former editor.
Oh.
And she's also a former reading instructor and everything.
So she's qualified?
She's very qualified.
Okay.
So,
Good.
Yeah. So, there
are a lot of editing services out there, aren't there? Or...
Yeah, but it's hard to know which ones are the scammers and which ones are the legit ones. And that's where it's, there are a lot of authors that are getting scammed on a daily basis out there.
Why? Or how?
Well, because they can. I mean, they're doing it because they can.
How does it become a scam, I guess?
Well, you have people who claim to be editors who really don't have the qualifications. They're really not.
So like speaking English should be a requirement type of.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a major requirement. It's a shame because it's
What's
really
average,
difficult.
What's the average charge for an editor?
I've seen anywhere from like 3 cents a word to 5 cents a word, and when you're looking at 50,000 words or more, that's.
You kidding me?
Screw that. Enjoy the typos.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. It's
wow.
I had a teacher in Basra who actually handed out candy when we picked out mistakes in books.
Maybe you can get an editor, the same pay scale.
Yeah.
Here, give you a bag of candy.
A bag of Skittles and
like a Family Guy. James Wood. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
One of my advanced copy readers, she went to the same school as me, and she found a few mistakes. She's just like, hey, I get 4 pieces of candy.
Nice.
Wow. Well, how long does it take to edit a book, though?
It took me probably about a month because I went through
line by line.
Now a month, but I mean, okay, that's all well and good. But how many hours a day? How many hours a week would you spend? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a month for you, maybe 6 years for me. Literally.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine going line by line, and after 6 lines, your brain is like seeing.
It's like, I need a sandwich.
I went chapter by chapter. I did a couple chapters a day. Put it through Grammarly that way.
Yeah. So through the computer program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I took a week off once I finished it that way.
Mhm.
And then I put it through another program. It's called Pro Writing Aid.
Oh.
And then I read it out loud, because when you read something out loud, you catch mistakes.
Yeah, sounds different. Yeah,
that
sure.
way.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I did it. And then I, sent it off to my advanced copy readers to see if, other people with other backgrounds and caught mistakes and everything. So
Wow.
I didn't do any of that with my first book, which was a major.
So what made you do it this time?
Because basically because there were some mistakes in the first book, and they were pointed out to me after probably 20 to 40 people had already
So it
read
was
the
an
book.
average Joe pointing it out to you, not one
It
of
was
your-
actually my advanced copy reader, who
Okay.
is a former editor.
Right, but it wasn't your
Yeah.
normal Joe blow off. buying
No,
the book.
no,
It was-
no, no.
So they would have never known the difference.
No.
Okay, that's why I was.
I mean, there are some readers out there who are really, really like, they crucify authors.
Sticklers for
they crucify them.
I'm married to one. Yeah.
I belong to several readers
Yep.
and book groups on Facebook, and some of the times, these readers they point out like a tiny mistake, and they're like, "I'm never reading this author again." And I'm, several authors, we pipe up and we're like, everybody's human. Even editors are human.
Sure.
They'll miss mistakes. It happens. You can't
Well, you read
have,
that many words. It's
yeah.
That's
Like
my brain would be fried after 2 pages.
There-
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick up a mistake. I'd be like, "Oh, cool. I'm going to the next one."
Yeah. And as the writer, what it's supposed to say. So sometimes your brain tricks you and says, "Oh yeah, it says that." No, it doesn't.
So you ever sitting there and you're just writing, and you're like, "Poof, crap! There's nothing in my brain."
I have that problem every day. And apparently I'm having that problem this morning. So
No, honestly, I am an overthinker, so my brain is constantly going. I kind of equate my brain to a computer that's got like 50 tabs open. There's the music somewhere playing in the background there, all of that. And
it's kind of like an ADD thing.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I couldn't have any distractions. Like, for example, if there's music going on in the background and I'm reading, I'll be like, "How now, brown cow? Oh, no. I'm looking for it." And all of a sudden, I'm singing the song, and I'm not even reading anymore.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you?
No.
What about as a writer?
No,
Do you have to have silence?
No.
Or, no. Okay.
No, I actually put my headphones in, put my Pandora on, and go through. Sometimes I'm listening to my country music. Sometimes I'm listening to sometimes I'm listening to 80s. Sometimes I'm listening to heavy metal.
Is there ever a time you're listening to SNSN?
Yes, there are.
Lies!
No.
Lies!
She said 80s.
Really?
No. Here it comes.
Yeah, we were talking to local author D.M. Foley. Did they call you D or did they call you M? What did they call you?
DM, or you can call me Dawn. That's fine.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to know this. This is supposed to be
okay.
That's
It's
like
okay now?
It's okay. You're my friends. And my friends call me.
Yeah, but what
Dawn.
about the other people?
What about the other people?
It's okay.
The creepers, We peeled back the curtain a little bit, and
just a little, but yeah. Oh, yeah. The creepers online, and
they're there no matter
oh,
what.
they're there. Yeah, they are there. It's
I had a question and it just went poof.
See, this is the attention deficit disorder interview. This is what this is.
Train wreck.
I'm serious.
Derailment.
Well,
look at
it'll
him. He's
come back to me.
frozen in time.
Happens to me.
It'll
all
come
the
back to
time.
me. This goes
All
to
the
your
time.
writing thing. That's right.
It's like, well, I want to know about.
Oh, I remember now. So if you when you write, do you just like pound away and then go back and say this sounds right, this sounds wrong, or it just doesn't fit?
I usually do it like
freestyle,
a chapter at a time. I try and write the whole chapter. If I get distracted and
I mean, without
have
thinking, you just say, bah, 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 bah.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
and then you
pretty
go
much.
back
and then I go back and fix
piecemeal it or
mistakes
something.
because, of course, the computer, underlines everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I know about that.
So it's glaring at you.
I just hit ignore.
Yeah. Can't hit anymore. Just can't do that because then it'll be like gibberish. Klingon.
You must have read some of my news stories. The hell's he talking about? I don't know. The how do you know when it's time to start a new chapter in as a writer and when it's time to end that chapter?
Well, it's basically
Is it like little stories within a story? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, each chapter kind of has like a main theme or a main, focus that you want to get through. And once you get through that main focus, you want to change
Got it.
scenes, chapters.
So there's no requirement for a length of a chapter, kind of, or
No.
in professional writing.
Typically, your average chapter is 2,000 words. Some
What, pages? No.
Yeah, no. Not
How many pages is 2,000 words? See, I'm still talking pages.
It depends. It depends on the font you use. Like I use 16 point. That's only
pretty
because
big, huh?
I do.
I did notice that the font was
Yes.
was helpful, and when I look at it, I'm going, I can read this.
Well, that's why I do it.
Yeah.
I have a broad spectrum of readers from, young adult
Sure.
up to 80s. That's
your testing group.
no, that's my readership.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
people who have read the book. And I know personally, I'm getting up there a little bit in age, so my eyesight's going. So
Speaking of which, my new glasses are ready.
Awesome.
it's hard. So I'm like, you know what? I think it's better to put it in 16 point. But
No.
most traditional publishers have it in 12.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's required
So
almost. Yeah.
I know Dean Koontz is really small.
It's like tiny.
I know.
I'm like, I can't read that without a magnifying glass.
And it's 6,000 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, when you print, or like you say, you're on Amazon for publishing,
Yes.
correct? Does it give you a demographic of who's published, so you know who to focus on? How do you know your readers are from this age bracket to age bracket?
I know that because of my followers on Facebook.
They tell. That's what I mean.
Like
they
my
tell you?
Facebook page
Okay.
gives me a breakdown.
They will, right? Okay.
Of where, where in the world
Mhm.
my followers are from,
Yep.
age bracket, gender, all that.
Their interests and everything.
There's
yeah.
no such thing as gender.
Yeah,
Dawn.
I
There's
forgot.
nothing.
Do they have
There's
an
nothing.
unknown in your demographic?
No.
Undecided.
No, they don't. Facebook hasn't,
Pronouns?
updated
Yeah.
Pronouns?
updated that, so it's kind of like, oh, okay.
I used to think that was a joke, the whole "what's your pronoun" thing,
No.
and it's not. It is not.
No,
No,
it's
It is
Well,
it's a thing, but I mean,
still-
it's not a joke.
I still
No,
think
it's
it's
not
a joke.
It's not a joke.
That's my own personal preference.
There's a thing on some social media sites
Mhm.
that says add pronouns.
Yes. On
Yeah, and yeah.
Instagram, it has
I would-
it. I think
TikTok's
even
on it.
Twitter,
Yeah.
TikTok, all of them.
I would go on
yeah.
there and say define a pronoun. And they
It's-
probably can't. They're just
It's really,
I don't get it.
it's one of those things.
but on
today's
like
world.
Amazon, for instance, they don't
Yes.
have that for you. That's what I was wondering.
No, Amazon does not
Okay.
have that.
Okay.
Amazon, I can just track, my ebook sales, my
Mhm.
paperback sales, and my hardcover sales, but it doesn't track like the demographics.
Mm.
So you're making a killing?
Kind of like starving artist.
Yeah,
Out of nowhere,
moving
Mike
to,
drops the bomb.
moving to Florida and getting an island. Or
Yeah.
any ideas for new books subjects? Or?
Actually, I have like one chapter kind of fleshed out, started for a young adult middle grade type book.
Like a steamy type of book?
No.
No.
No. Nope. I don't do spice. No.
It's all about Epstein.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a story all in
That
itself. No, it's basically about a teenager who has trouble sleeping, and it's because his nightmares come true.
Oh.
But then he finds out that he can change what happens in the dreams.
Oh, God, he was going to be another pronoun thing, or
no. So it's kind of like it's got paranormal elements or whatever. I've already had my 16-year-old read the first chapter, beginning, and a friend of mine's 13-year-old. The 13-year-old's like, I want to read more.
Right. So it's a young adult book.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's young adult really today versus that's what
it's changing.
There are so many different genres and subgenres, and it literally makes your mind go.
Because I think 13-year-old, and I'm thinking they ain't reading nothing.
Oh no,
that's why
I'm thinking just right, and as it kind of unfolds, that's when you can kind of figure out where it's going to go and who's going to read it.
Do you ask them where they want it to go?
No.
Would they be interested in that kind of thing?
No.
Or you just write what you want and see if they like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My 16-year-old isn't a huge reader, so
that's what I'm picking. Young adults today. They don't.
The fact
that's why they want to watch the video clip that's 8 seconds long. That's why.
Yeah. Well, he's big into gaming and and all that. Like he's
surprise.
He runs his own Discord server and does
the
role playing and all that. And I'm like,
so there are still kids out there that'll read.
Yes, there are still some.
There are.
Yeah.
My daughter.
I haven't seen it. That's why I'm wondering.
No, my daughter.
She does.
Rihanna. We just went to. She's reading this one author, this woman who's like a romance kind of writer, and she's real popular right now.
Colleen Hoover?
No.
Okay. Because that's the one I see everywhere. Colleen Hoover. I've never read any of her books, but
well, we just bought. We were down at BAM and just bought 3 of her books. Yeah, she plows through them.
Well, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah,
my mother was a voracious reader.
Yeah.
So,
really? What are you selling more of, electronic or hard copy?
Paperback is the one that I sell the most of.
Really?
Which is pretty surprising for me.
It's kind of a market flip.
Why would it be surprising? I think a lot of readers like the book. They like to hold on to the book.
Real, I think real readers. I think.
Yeah. Real readers do.
But a lot of the hard copy bookstores are closing, or they're getting smaller because because people buy electronics.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
I was really surprised at that, but that's what I found with my first book, and I do much better with sales when I do in-person events, like author events.
Sure.
Like
that makes
definitely
sense. Sure.
Like people like to meet.
Sure. Absolutely.
Which
Absolutely.
Is fun. It's fun for me because I get to meet readers and everything. But I do have an event coming up March 6th at the Preston VFW. They're doing a quarter auction. So I'm going to be there.
What's a quarter auction?
It's
only 25% of the people are there. What?
No, it's like
selling your book for a quarter.
No, each vendor donates an item, and so
like a canned good type of thing. Or?
No,
like
it has to be like my books, or I'm going to do a basket with my books and everything, and for a set time, people can buy directly from the vendors, and then the quarter
for the full price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the quarter auction starts, and I really don't know all the details because it's kind of confusing to me.
Yeah, it sounds confusing. Yeah.
But for a quarter, you can buy a paddle, and then
sounds like your new book.
Sounds kind of kinky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Sounds like that spicy book I was talking about.
Don't do the spicy.
Dungeon Master type stuff. That's
you would probably like some
cents.
of the fantasy books out there because
I'm not a big fantasy reader.
Really?
No, I'm more of a biography type of reader. I like
Okay.
to read those kind of books, type of real stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of, or like your book, kind of like where I don't have my brain doesn't have to be like this wouldn't really happen. That's
when Kathy breaks out the paddle.
I'm in.
Yeah, see, that's it.
You got him pegged. He tried to like skate out of that, you know.
No.
It's like no, you got me.
He likes Dungeons and Dragons, and he likes spice. And right now, like some of the fantasy novels out there, that's
Same
basically
thing?
what it is.
Same idea.
It's like, okay.
That sexy dragon that's wearing.
I knew I saw you come
lingerie.
out of that leather shop.
It's crazy, and that's like a huge niche right now, huge. And I'm
Really?
like,
Yeah, you kind of.
I cringe as it is that my mom and my aunts and uncles have read my first book, and there's no spice in it,
Right.
at all.
Oh,
it's more
that's-
fade to black
yeah.
type romance. But my mom telling one of her friends,
it's not like a Harlequin romance.
yeah.
And Jacob showed up with his steamy new biceps as sweat glistened off of his forehead. She, Emma, that was, came over and wiped his brow, and it dripped all over her stomach.
Yeah. It's like, no.
They embraced. Chapter 2 tomorrow.
Sounds like a bump.
Yeah, it's
Your
it's
books
crazy.
are not.
No.
You kind of sit there and say, "My mom's reading this."
Yeah,
And- okay.
I kind of keep in mind, like, okay,
didn't even
would
think
I
about-
be
yeah.
okay with?
I didn't even think about it. It's kind of like posting on social media. Who's going to be reading?
Do you ever think about just going buck wild and just letting your going a different direction regardless? Or do you think that would take your existing readers and they will go, where the hell is she going?
No, because that's just not who I am. That's not how.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because, take Stephen King,
Mhm.
right? He had the Gunslinger series, and he had and he wrote under different names, and
Yes.
Bachman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Richard Bachman or something like that?
I'm not sure his other pen names,
Yeah.
but like Nora Roberts, she has JD Robb. That's her other pen name. And I only found that out 3-4 months ago.
Is that because they don't want the demographic to kind of intertwine because the stories are so different?
I think so. I do. I think so. And getting to know other authors online and everything, there are some that, they go completely with a pen name because they do write the spicy and all that, and they don't want they don't let their family and friends know that they write that.
Oh, so not even
until they get the book and they see their picture on the back cover.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, and it's like, no, I just couldn't do that.
There are a lot of people that use pen names too, and they put a fake picture.
Yeah,
it's not even them.
Yeah, there are people who do that.
Until you're that guy.
I didn't.
that
I
opens
just
the
used
back
an
cover.
old picture.
Oh no, that's cool. I mean, it's
Yeah, I used an old picture only because that was the only good picture I had.
You're one of those, huh?
I'm one of the. Well,
Hold
I'm
on, you gotta
usually
take
the
another
one
picture. I
taking
gotta turn my
pictures.
head to the right and go down.
Well, no, you want a semi-professional looking picture on.
What would that be? What's a semi-professional
well,
picture?
I don't know, but all I know is that every time I see a picture now of whether it's a producer or it's a writer, somebody that wrote a screenplay, it's always like this.
Yeah, no, mine's not that.
With the arms crossed, something like that. Or you get two people looking at each other going,
That's my kind of professional picture.
I don't know.
Yep.
You ever see that like on promos for TV shows? Next on Fox.
Yeah.
There's and then all of a sudden you go,
yep.
But it's the same thing if you're gonna do a photo shoot with your family, right?
Yeah.
You go to and especially young ladies. It's like you're talking to hey, photo shoot. Oh, really? Oh, they turn and they put the hand on the hip. Ready?
Yes.
That's exactly what they do.
You can be those girls today with their tongue saying,
"Oh, what is that? What is that stuff?" Anyway,
or the duck face.
Yeah.
I would rather see duck face than
tongue hanging out.
16-year-old girls hanging their tongues out of their mouth.
Yeah.
I don't. It's,
Yeah,
to me,
it's
like
not.
that.
Yeah.
They talk about us old guys being cringy. Well, that's cringy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of cringy, like every time I hear my voice, like when I go back and listen to this, I sit there and I cringe. I'm like,
your voice is fine.
Yeah. No.
You never like your own voice.
I don't think I was just gonna say that. I don't think anybody like even I don't like my own voice. I think it sounds weird.
I listen to tapes of me talking at work and stuff. I'm like, oh.
So it's normal.
It's normal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very much.
It's kind of like judging your own picture.
Yeah. I've done several blog interviews and on Spotify and stuff like that. And then the interview here. And every time I go back and I listen, I was like, oh.
Do you ever read your own stuff and go, and then somebody else reads it and goes, God, that was really awesome. I really enjoyed that. And it's and you're like, what the hell are you reading?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, okay.
All the time. Like I joke, that imposter syndrome. Like fake it till you make it.
Story of my life.
Like I don't know. Like,
Well, you seem to be doing okay. So
I look back and I'll read something and I'll be like, really? Like, okay. Like,
so when's the movie coming up?
I don't know. Any producers out there?
Well, there was a guy here, but he's not here anymore.
Oh.
So he's still doing his thing, but they're just not having the office here anymore.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, speaking of book sales.
Yep.
Now, writing another book and a third book that, along would be the same series, will that boost sales to the first book? Because people may look at the second book and go, oh, wait a minute. There's a book before this. I need to read this before I do that.
Yeah. It theoretically,
sure,
it should. I've talked to other authors and they said that it tends to go that way. It should.
It would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I didn't this wasn't planned this way.
No.
Like it was. Yeah. It's funny. I did an interview with another author on Spotify and she's like, you're just hitting like everything like just by chance.
Right.
She says the genre, your mystery suspense thriller, that's like a big genre, you hit that. Yeah. She's like, you're doing a series and she's like, and you didn't plan this out. I'm like, no. I was like, I hit publish to the first book and then I was like, now I got to market. How do I do this? But I fell back on a lot of my direct sales experience. I did direct sales for many years, many years. So, you just fall back on some of that.
Well, I would think you'd have to have some sort of, marketing know-how.
Yeah. Or someone to do it for you, one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, because you're marketing your product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, it's still.
Exactly. And as an author, you're marketing yourself, basically.
And I would think that would be hard, especially when you're marketing somebody that may not even really be you.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of like an alter ego kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, technically my pen name is my maiden name, so it's me.
Well, see,
just and
I had a DJ a long time ago, and matter of fact, I just reconnected. She sent me a message, asked me how things were going. And her name was nothing to do with what she wanted her air name to be.
Yep. And
I told her, I said, well, what's your name? And she goes, well, on the air, it's going to be Vera Franklin. I said, why? And she goes, because I don't know, I just like the name. I said, all right. Her name's Wendy.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Wendy Fields. Nice girl.
Yeah.
Nice girl. Yeah. Trying to break into radio and stuff. And I said, all right, well, who's Vera Franklin?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, what does Vera Franklin like to do?
Yeah.
Where does she go? And then I said, all right, well, what's Wendy Fields like to do? What kind of, whatever. And she could rattle that off. I said, okay, good. I said, here you are trying to be somebody you have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
I said, how are you gonna go ahead and describe yourself?
Yeah.
And be real and be realistic about it to somebody that's listening to you. I would think it's that same thing as being an author.
Basically, but my pen name, like I said, that's my maiden name. So it's people who know me and know me well know that. Like they know my married name, they know my maiden name. So,
But do you find yourself writing?
But I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
So if I go to an author showing or a book showing or whatever, and there's D.M. Foley, I wouldn't know what that was.
No.
You know, I would be going to talk and get my book signed by D.M. Foley.
Yes.
You know, so you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I think it's good that for whatever reason, doesn't mean anything, but at least you know who that person is.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because there's some people that don't.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself writing to your deep thoughts and not necessarily your everyday personality?
It's all fiction, so it's just kind of, it's just ideas that have floated in my brain forever, different stories and different storylines. Like I have little snippets started for other storylines and everything.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Yeah. I have them, written down or typed up in my computer or in my phone. It doesn't matter where I am. If, something pops into my head, I'll, do a quick little note so I don't lose it.
Like your little black book type of.
Yeah. So you're on your third book now. You're starting to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How long before? Is like a year in between, 6 months in between?
I probably say 6 months.
Okay.
It might come out sooner. It depends on, time frame and everything. I had anticipated getting book 2 out by Christmas, and that didn't happen. Just, holidays, personal stuff going on and everything. So it just,
So you write while you're editing at the same time?
Um,
Like you'd spend half a day writing and a half a day editing. How does that work?
Well, I write and then I go back and I edit. Like I go through and fix mistakes, because just for me, if I go and continue writing, I'll know that those mistakes are there because the computer underlines everything, and I just can't leave it. I have to go back and fix it. Some people just say, "Oh, well, write everything all out and then go back and edit."
That's what I was taught.
And I don't know. I can't seem to do that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to, I guess, do it their own way.
Yeah, what makes you comfortable.
Kind of drives me a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and finish up with D.M. Foley. Her new book drops today on Amazon. E-reader, paperback, and hardcover, right?
Yes.
All available. We'll get you ordering information.
Yeah.
And if you have anybody in the chat room, if you have any questions for her, let us know. We'll get into that right now. We'll take a break on SNSN.
There are a lot of places that you might think about when it comes time for new tires for your car or truck. But have you thought about Advanced Automotive in Griswold? Trusted for years when it comes to automotive repair, and now for great deals on tires. Advanced Automotive has many suppliers to beat their prices. Let Jess at Advanced show you. Advanced Automotive for repairs and now tires too. Advanced Automotive. Find them on Facebook.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
All right. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are talking to D.M. Foley, who is a local author from, parts unknown, because it's not for us to go ahead and divulge that information. And you just released your second book.
Yes.
It's a second in a series.
Yes.
And why don't you go ahead and give us all the information on the name of the book, where people can get it, and
Okay. It is called Erasing Secrets, The Lion's Garden Book 2. And right now it's only available through Amazon. It's available ebook, paperback and hardcover. It is available through Kindle Unlimited, so that's free through Kindle Unlimited if you have Kindle Unlimited. I am working on trying to get it through Barnes and Nobles and Books A Million and IndieBound, like my other book is.
Right.
But it's taking a little bit.
Well, is it harder for a new author to try to get your books into some of the larger chain stores?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And they won't be like in the store. That's the hard part.
So it's online ordering.
It's online ordering only. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them in store. I think what I have to do is I have to purchase my own ISBN and publish it through Ingram Spark that way so that I can get it into actual bookstores.
And that costs money for you to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you get your own copy? Like, for example, the ones you gave us.
Those I purchase.
Okay.
For author copies, and through Amazon KDP, they give you a free ISBN, and you can choose expanded distribution, but it usually takes like 4 to 6 weeks for the expanded distribution, Barnes and Nobles and all that to notice your book. They noticed my other one faster because I emailed them, and I have been emailing them to let them know that I was releasing another one, but I haven't gotten a response yet. So kind of like, okay.
How many books? No, there's going to be possibly a third, and that's it in this series, or maybe a fourth, depending on how this goes.
Depending on how book 3 fleshes out, there might be a fourth, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, here's the real question: will book 3 be the end of it if book 2 sales aren't what book 1 sales were like?
No.
So either way, it's
either way.
happen.
The story's got to the story has
to come out.
Yeah, it's got to come out. It's got to. I'm not.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not in it for the money. Yeah, would the money be nice? Absolutely. Like that's.
He looked like you said it's not about the money. He looked like he ate lemons. It's like
it's not. It's about getting my stories out there. That's it's not. Like I said, would money be good? Yeah.
Sure,
Who
wouldn't want it?
Like making a living would be all right.
Yeah,
You'd have if you smoked or you didn't smoke, you'd have one of those cigarettes on those long clippers. I really got to do this next book's coming out. It's kind of racy, but I didn't think I'd.
Yeah, no.
I don't need the money.
You sound like you smoked about 20 packs of cigarettes in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of like the 90-year-olds of Foxwoods. Bingo.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's just I enjoy writing. I've been doing it since I was in middle school, so it's just. I went back and read through my yearbook the other day, and I was like, "Yep, there's like 3 people who wrote,
Can't wait to read your book.
Can't wait until you become an author and I'll read your books and, this and that." So it's something that's been there for a long time. It just took a while for.
What about audiobook?
Yeah, I got to work on that. I don't know how to get it.
So you have to sit there and read the book into the thing? And
I don't feel comfortable reading it myself. I just feel like that's like.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, is the book written from a female's perspective or asexual or male? In other words, if somebody was to read the book aloud, would you picture a male voice or a female voice?
Good question. I don't know. Because it's a narrator. It's third person narrator.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where it's not like it's not told from the point of view of just one person.
Yeah.
That's the first time you said it was a female looking for her.
Well, it's about a female, but it's
Okay,
not
that's-
like
so that's
she's.
what I would
It's not
picture.
like she's writing. Like it's not like she's saying, "I went to the mailbox and got,"
Because there are a lot of people that read books via audiobook.
Yes. Yes. And it is something that I do want to branch out into. I just haven't taken the time to really do the research. And
I can help you with that. I know people, so.
Okay.
So I would like for that. Do you have to, if you're self-publishing, sit there and record reading the book yourself, or someone reading the book, or does?
Yeah, it's basically somebody's reading it, but you want somebody who's going to have inflection, tone, and really, do it.
Make it
justice.
interesting. Yeah.
Sometimes there are little sound effects in the background, to kind of make it bring to life
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing really extravagant, but you may have crickets, if it's a night scene or something like that, or if somebody's driving a car, you can hear maybe meow. There's a crash.
I have had several friends, say to me that it would make a really good like Netflix series or a movie or a TV series or whatever. I was like,
send it to a director, or however that works.
I don't even know how. I don't even know how that works. I don't even know whether they take.
What's that series with the little kids that are witches and
Potter?
Harry Potter. That started as a book.
Yes, it did. J.K. Rowling.
And she was really, really poor.
Yes. She was a single mom.
Oh.
And now she's really, really rich.
And that's
now she's gotten herself into a lot of
trouble.
Really? Yeah, I heard about that. What's going on with her?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, as an author, I won't talk about personal opinions about things just for that reason. Like what she's going through.
So she's using like her own political her notoriety to get up on her own soapbox?
Well, not really. A question was asked and she answered it honestly, and apparently people didn't like her answer, and so now it's like the whole cancel culture, and it's like, okay, well,
she's made enough.
you have to sit there and say, authors are entitled to their opinions.
No one can have an opinion anymore. No one can have an opinion anymore. It's not allowed.
Maybe she doesn't fully understand the subject. Maybe she does. Like, you don't know. So,
I guess they asked her, "Are you a reptilian?"
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Conspiracy theory.
I think not.
But hers started out as she thought it was one book, and it ended up being like 4 or something like that.
Oh,
right?
no, there's.
Well, I mean, in the beginning.
6?
Or it never stopped.
Well, the Half-Blood Prince is like 2.
There's I want to say there's 7. I don't know. I've read them all.
I have too. Yeah.
Like several times, and
they're easy reads too. And I think that was one of the things about it. The stories were cool, but it was so easy to read.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I read them to my boys.
Yeah.
Like they're not readers, so like I read them to them.
I can remember some lady saying to me, years ago when I guess like 4 books had come out, and said, "You know what? You should really read this Harry Potter thing." And I'm thinking like, Harry Potter? What is this like? Like the Hardy Boys, little kid things, like Goosebumps or something like that. And they go, no, you probably would like it. What's it about? Well, wizards. I don't want to listen to it. I'm not into wizards and witchcraft and all.
Yep.
No, you'd really, really like it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was the biggest Harry Potter slut I've ever met in my life because I just went boom right through the books.
Yeah. It's the imagination. Like I love her world building in that. It's I don't know. I think at the time back when they came out, like it was needed. It just was it was definitely needed.
So how do we get your book? How do we get it?
The first one you can get.
Let's hear it.
The first one, The Lion's Garden, Book 1, Family Ties. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, IndieBound. Here locally, you can get it at the Book Barn in Niantic. You can get it at no other book like this in Groton. You can get it at Preston Market in Preston. You can get it at Rose Ledge Farm Shop in Preston. You can get it at Small Potatoes in Norwich. You can get it at Everly After Florist in Baltic, and you can get it at Primitive Crow in Bajra.
Oh, we were just at the Primitive Crow. Actually, we did a paranormal thing there. So.
Yeah. And book 2 right now, Erasing Secrets, The Lion's Garden. That one can only be bought on Amazon currently. I have to wait until I get my copies so that I can put them into the local book.
Can you send me the link so I can share the link?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back in.
Well, thank you for having me again.
No, that's great.
It's always fun. It's always fun.
You should just come in just to BS some mornings. You know what I mean?
I could do that. As long as I don't have anything else. Like...
Lady brings coffee. Come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow? No. All right. Local author D.M. Foley, thank you very much for coming on by. And we really appreciate your time. And, I'll post the link for the book.
Okay.
So people can check it out later on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rich,
what up?
Have a good day.
You too.
All right. We will see you. We'll see you once again tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Paul Ash will be here.
Night. Yeah.
Paul Ash will be here, I think.
So far.
Well, he's 78.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. No.
He'll be here. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
The holidays are over and it's time to start paying the bills. Let Cash for Cars help you out by taking away that old jalopy in the backyard. You know, the one back there. Cash for Cars will tow away your cars, trucks, SUVs, and pay you $300 to $400 in cash. Blown up, no title or keys, they don't care. Call Cash for Cars, 860-373-2556.